right, let's look at the countdown now to 2022. We're just a few hours away from saying goodbye to this year. Some would say good riddance, and we will be welcoming in the new year. But the curfew lifted, and many revellers are sure to take advantage of the relaxed restrictions. Our reporter Mbalenhle Mthethwa has been out and about in Johannesburg. She's currently with police. Mbali, tell us where you are and what's happening.
Good evening, Francis. Yes, we are in Johannesburg on the M1, and we are indeed with the police. They are actually on one of those operations where they're trying to ensure the safety of Johannesburg residents during this holiday season. We understand that today is New Year's Eve and South Africans are getting ready to usher in the new year, but many of them will be spending it behind bars, really. We've seen a number of arrests since we've arrived here. One person has been arrested just moments from now. We just had the camera, you might have seen the camera moving around, who were just making way for the car that the person, the suspect, has came in as it was being driven away by the police. But it seems as though it's basically a repeat of what's been happening throughout this festive season. You'll remember that on Christmas Eve, there were various roadblocks, and there is a continuation of that. The department seems to be identifying certain areas within the province to targeting those areas and trying to just ensure that people and motorists are actually not driving recklessly or driving under the influence of alcohol. But to give us more information, I'm actually going to go to the provincial commissioner, Mbalenhle Mthethwa. He is the lieutenant general rather. Thank you so much for making the time to speak to us, Lieutenant General. Talk to us about, how many people have been arrested so far. This is a repeat of of Christmas Eve, and we're seeing you again here. What's happening right now?
Thank you very much for the opportunity. The boots are on the ground. As you can see, started with the bank. 19 people were arrested for being in possession of hardcore drugs, and one drug dealer also arrested. We have recovered 3 illegal firearms, and 2 people were arrested. And another 2 firearms, they were licensed one, but the people who were in possession of, the license holders, they were busy indulging in the liquor outlet, so it was removed. One Mercedes-Benz, a positively stolen Mercedes-Benz was recovered. I think we have started with a bang. And what you see here is not only happening in Johannesburg. In Sidibeng, the same. West Rand, the same. Ekurhuleni, the same. So we are hard at work, including Tshwane. We are hard at work, and we are ready for tonight.
Now talk to us about some of the people who have actually been found to be in possession of alcohol, right? We've seen someone just being arrested after they had taken the breathalyzer. Talk to us, what happens around that? What happens to the car that the person was driving?
Yeah, that one was driving under the influence of alcohol, so he have exceeded the limit. So that is why he was taken there. We have a nurse there who there and there check the level of alcohol in the blood. So that one have exceeded the limit. That is why he's arrested. Obviously, you'll go and greet the magistrate on Monday.
So that means people who are arrested today will only be able to get bail on Monday?
Yes, actually they will appear before court on Monday. And that is a strong warning to other people who are watching us right now to say that, please, if you are naughty, stay at home. Once you are naughty and you find yourself on the street, you are going to find us, and we have no mercy today. That forgiving heart, I don't have it today. Zero tolerance to anyone who's breaking the law. We'll ensure that we arrest them and they will appear before court on Monday.
And talk to us about the cars that were recovered. What happens in the event that when you do find a stolen vehicle during these roadblocks?
Yeah, obviously we have a pound where we are keeping this vehicle, and the owner will be contacted so that the owner can come and identify his vehicle, and the due process will be followed to hand over the vehicle to the rightful owner. So this is what it will happen. But the one whom we find him in possession of that stolen vehicle, unfortunately for him, will have to face the magistrate.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. There you have it. That was Lieutenant General Elias Mawela, who is the provincial commissioner, police commissioner in Gauteng, just talking to us about what has happened since this raid or this roadblock was actually opened just a few hours ago. They've been here since 4:30 this afternoon. They will continue to moving from one roadblock to another. We are also going to be making our way to Hillbrow later on today. So we are going to be following the police and following all of these road safety initiatives. The MEC for Safety is also here, Faith Mazibuko. We're going to be talking to her a little bit later on today. For now, though, Francis, it's back to you in studio.